Hello, thank you for stopping by and viewing the video. Today's video is it has to do with running, but I feel like something I know a lot of people have their own opinions about a lot of things, but this is my opinion on it. Um, I do try to keep up with other people. I don't believe that when you run there is a specific kind of like technique that you have. I feel like everybody has their own technique that makes them fast or that they run with. There's many times when a lot of the races I've been in where I've done like a half marathon, a full marathon, 5K, 10K, even a 1K fun run. There's people that are like way older and are a way elite, lot faster that will blow past you in their running form to the way that they handle themselves is not correct in the eyes of people who are influencers. And I'm not putting myself in that kind of category because I don't. I know that people watch my videos, and the people that do follow me on Facebook or Instagram say that I do motivate them. I feel like I'm more of a motivator than an influencer, but I don't like it when a lot of these influencers who have hundreds of thousands of people who follow them are they have millions of views on their video say the simple thing. There's a lot of the things they say, but it boils down to the person who comes in first and the person that comes in last. They still get the same medal, so it doesn't really matter. Or a 2 hour marathon to a 5 hour marathon is the same thing because we're running the same distance. And I believe a lot of that is true. You still get a medal with any race that you get to, or a finisher medal, or you get a T-shirt, or you're still running the same distance. But I feel like when I first started, I wasn't good. It took me a lot to go up to even a half marathon, a full marathon, and to get that endurance. But I feel like the mindset that I always had was, you can never be satisfied with what you have to keep pushing yourself. And I know that goes back to a lot of people's ideas, like, we shouldn't give people all participation trophies because we'll never show the human spirit. And I feel like when I started running in school, my biggest influence was Usain Bolt and Tyson Gay. They were top of their levels, and they were always, even though like a lot of times, from my knowledge, Tyson Gay only beat Usain Bolt once, but there was still that rivalry between both of them that they were always pushing each other, especially when they did their the championships before the Olympics. And when it came to the Olympics, you can tell that even though it didn't seem like Usain Bolt was blowing everybody away, and a lot of people will compare them to themselves, like, hey, I still run 100 meters, so I'm still running the same distance as Usain Bolt. Yeah, but Usain Bolt's in the Olympics, or he was in the Olympics. He has all these records, and I feel like you just like the motto that um, Elliot Kuchege holds on to, where no human is limited. Is it goes to that point where why be satisfied, or why be okay with only doing a marathon in 5 hours or 6 hours or 4 hours, or why be satisfied with that? I know a lot of these high elite athletes, that's their job to run those kind of races, but I feel like you find more fulfillment in racing or running, or getting out, when you actually have a certain kind of goal or an achievement you want to push to, where you get out there and you start walking, then you start jogging, you start doing short sprints, and then you can hold a mile without stopping, 2 miles without stopping, 3 miles without stopping. And when I first did my first half marathon, I stopped a lot. I kept stopping like every quarter mile and walked the rest, and a lot of it defeated me, and I felt like, oh, that was it. But when it came to my the place I grew up in Shiprock, the Shiprock Marathon. I did that whole marathon without stopping, and I was very proud of myself. And then I spoke to Chelsea, I spoke to my brother, and we're like, hey, let's do a full marathon. So we did a full marathon, and I looked at the time. I know there was a lot of obstacles that came up there, and my time wasn't that good that I wanted to, but a lot of things came up, and I looked at it and I was like, hey, I can make this shorter. The determination, I say, was mostly there to better myself and push myself and strive to be better. And I know people are okay with the bare minimum, but a lot of stuff like that where they can, the main reason this started bothering me because people are, Kipchoge became my inspiration. I know never in this green earth that I'll be able to run as fast, but I know I can cut down my time so I can strive to be a better person or a better athlete or, put those kind of determinations in mental thinking into everyday life of saying, just because you can do the bare minimum, it shouldn't be okay just to do the bare minimum. You should always be like, okay, maybe I'll do a little extra. And I know a lot of this thinking of this day and age is like, hey, if I'm not going to get paid for it, why would I do extra? Why would I give that extra work to do this or that? But I feel like, a little tangent. When I was in football, my coach always said, when you do a sport or you do something, I know it's kind of weird thinking or someone might have a problem with it, is that every time I got in track or every time I got a cross country or football, I was always told, the person in front of you is doing the same sport, but prove that person wrong why they should be doing this sport. And I know my mindset changed a lot till now, but it's like, why do a sport or why you get into something if you're not going to find the best in yourself to keep pushing to be better or strive to be better? And even in your job, any job that you do, from being, housekeeping, janitor, all the way to being someone that's in public service or healthcare or anything like that, why give the bare minimum when you can actually strive to be better? And I know a lot of people have a problem with that because they want to be paid more to strive to be better, but why get paid more when you're not willing to do it alone? Just like with police work, they always tell you the things you do in person with other people around, you should be able to do that when you're by yourself. Why always pretend to be a good person when people are around when you can be a good person all the time? So that's just a little tangent. It is Monday, a day after the Super Bowl, and I know Chelsea won't like it, but I'm happy the Chiefs lost. So I'm not an Eagles fan either. I know this is going to sound like I'm a bandwagon fan, but I'm glad the Eagles won. I'm a Broncos fan, and thank you for stopping by. If you did stop by, if you have any comments of what I just talked about, conversations are welcome. It's just something I thought, something that I kept seeing every time I open. And I know it's one of those things where you can go down a rabbit hole and you go down that kind of echo chamber of things. But I feel like when you get that mindset of saying that good job, you don't really push yourself to be better, or you become satisfied with what you have. And satisfaction into a lot of things is not good. And I know it could lead to other bad things if you constantly overlook what you have. But I feel like, it's never bad to be a little bit more. So, just a little tangent. I did get back from the gym. Our race is next week. I'm doing a 6-hour. Chelsea's doing a 10K, and more races. After that, we have the snowshoe race, and then we have the Shiprock Marathon, half marathon. We do have a team, just me and Chelsea right now. We do have to get, I believe, 3 more, or 2 more, I believe. Yeah. So, like I said, thank you for stopping by. I hope you guys have a nice, wonderful day. Take care of each other, drink water, and stay hydrated, and make sure you eat. take your vitamins too. So have a nice and wonderful day.